I don't know what you mean.
Were you listening to me?
I was. I don't know what you mean.
When you are having sex during war movies and like you just hear boom, boom, and like things like had this deep belief that I was the ugliest out of all the girls. And I told Toast this, I think, before too.
I think it was someone else. I feel like if you told me this, I'd be like, hey, hell yeah, you are the ugliest.
Hey guys, welcome to this episode of We Were Fighting Before This. We have me, Toast, still eating. Oh god, I saw that big piece of food in your mouth. And
Hey,
Nate's
keep doing the
again
intro,
today.
man.
And Nate.
Good morning.
This might be Nate's last episode before Chelsea comes back. Any last words, Nate?
Oh, I got a lot of words actually. Now that I think about it. In fact, I feel like I've just been a little too. I've been holding back a lot of thoughts, but you know, we'll see if we get there.
Oh, please. I am interested in your thoughts, Nate. Feel free to speak your mind on this podcast.
You know, I've been observing. I've been thinking and observing.
Always observes and thinks.
All right, Yvonne. Okay, here's something I've observed about you.
Here we go again.
No. I got a real observation. This could be like one of your best traits, but also maybe some like a little area to reflect on. The amount of time you wait before responding to someone, it's almost zero.
What?
There's no space. And Toast is someone that he needs a little bit of space. A little bit of space to really work out a thought.
Speaking for him.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just observation. Could be wrong here. Could be wrong. Just a little bit of space.
This guy sometimes demands answers right away from you. I can't even put my thoughts together yet. I stutter a lot because I can't even say it in time.
You're definitely not putting your thoughts together.
Have you heard this guy before? He's like, tell me. If you can't think of it fast enough, you're just getting berated by him.
When in that moment, what if you paused and you like put your thoughts together?
Yeah, I would. Sometimes it depends on the counterpart person, you know.
Fair. Yeah, no, that wasn't criticism. Actually, that was just observation. You know,
but
That's
the
true.
fact that you were so defensive about it, I think tells a lot.
My problem sometimes also along with that is that I will speak before I know what I want to say. So I end up stuttering. So I'll be like on my words because my brain has not really decided what I want to say yet. I just feel like I have to fill the space.
Me, Lily, and Yvonne and Scar were playing this game for a sponsor. And part of the tutorial is to touch a giant purple thing. And Lily says, all right, Yvonne, you see that giant purple thing? Yvonne responds, yeah! What giant purple thing? And starts looking around. And I think that interaction, it just sums up Yvonne so well.
What do you mean?
The issue isn't that you don't see it. The issue is that you just say yeah with such enthusiasm to something you have that you don't see it.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, like, I don't, this is not criticism. What goes through your head in a moment like that? Why did you say yeah?
No. It's I do this thing sometimes where I autopilot answer. Like someone would be saying something, I have no idea what they just said. I'm like thinking about something else or I zoned out, right? But I will just reply like, yeah. And so they think I heard it, and that happens often enough. You know? And so like that was another one of the example of those moments where like somebody's saying to me, I know like almost subconsciously that they're saying something to me, so I'm like, yeah. But I don't see it. Or like I'm not processing what they're saying.
Has this ever gotten you in trouble with something?
Yeah.
Oh,
like when?
Really? Like real trouble?
Not like real trouble. There was a guy who I was dating and he got kind of annoyed because I would say it, but he's like, did you hear what I just said? I'm like, no. But then he clocked it, but he realize it was something that I did, and I think he kind of just like understood that I was just like zoned out in that time. I think the first couple times I did it, he felt like I ignored him. But then when he realized like, oh, you're not like realizing when you're doing it. And I'm like, yeah, then he was fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's
You're like, yeah, I relate.
But you can turn it off if you wanted to, right? Like you can like.
I don't know how to describe it. I don't do it by. I don't choose to like not hear what someone's saying by choice. Also at the same time, it's like I'm distracted or I have something else that I'm like my brain zones out. I don't know if it's like someone similar to someone with like ADHD, but it feels like a little bit like that where like I lost focus. So I don't hear my surrounding. I don't know what's going on exactly. And I'm so used to just responding to someone instead of ignoring them that instead of ignoring them, I acknowledge something that they're saying.
Have you experienced this, Toast, on the podcast?
With Yvonne?
Yeah.
Not on the podcast, because I think on the podcast she's very present and listening to like what's being said. I think I experience it more pretty much just when we're playing games. I would notice it every now and then.
Yeah.
And I think for her, it's she's acknowledging that you said something, but she's not actually acknowledging what you are saying. So sometimes you have to figure out, is she in understanding of what I said, or is she like acknowledge, hey, I know you said something. I don't know what you said, but I know you said something. It's something we're working through. You know, I don't think it's a big deal. I think, yeah, if I was your boyfriend and I'm giving you what they call it emotional bid, right? There's this term in therapy talk, relationship therapy talk, called a bid for attention, which is like a guy will say, look at that butterfly. If I said that to Yvonne and we're dating, look at that butterfly. And she said, yeah. And she's now looking at the butterfly. First time I'm like, hey, that hurts a little bit. I'm gonna sit on that one. And she does it again. We're having a talk. Like, you're not looking at the butterfly. Why are you saying yeah? Look at the butterfly.
It's nothing personal. No, like I think it really. Oh God, I try to think like, is this something I can be more aware of and fix, or is it? It almost feels like my brain like takes a rest sometimes. What it is like in games is different because I think during games I'm distracted, but if I'm like laying in bed and I don't, it's like I almost like my brain like naps for like a split second, or whatever it is, and it's something I think it could be a combination of either I start really actively trying to fix that, or my SO just learns to accept / find it funny later, you know?
Hilarious.
Which the guy later on did. Like he used to be annoyed that I would fall asleep during shows, and then after we've been together some time, he just started laughing at me.
Man, Yvonne, we would not date well. If you fell asleep when I'm showing you my favorite show, Band of Brothers, a wartime movie, I
hate war movies. I would 1000% fall asleep during that.
It's not about what you like. It's about you being interested in the things I like.
But don't you think there's like some things are so incompatible? It's hard. Like, what if I just straight up didn't like war movies? I don't think like I could ever grow to like war movies.
It's like 1 hour and a half. Just sit through it.
No, war movies are long as fuck, and they are like draggy. There's like setup that they do. You
gotta build the tension.
Exactly, that's the problem.
These men.
That's the problem. It's so boring when they're building the tension. Oh, God forbid.
War movies are fun because you feel like you've like gone through something together.
This might be a guy thing.
It's a guy thing. I tried showing Band of Brothers to my girlfriend, and to her credit, she
tried.
She tried, and she enjoyed it, or was really good at pretending to enjoy it.
And, even the title suggests you're looking for like this band of brothers.
Yeah, I don't think it's her thing. Sometimes like you watch, like for example, my girlfriend will make me watch a reality TV show. Right?
Mhm.
Like you will get into it sometimes and like be engaged, and that makes them happy. I don't think this was one of those times. I think girls just don't like war movies, and guys do.
Yeah. I my memory of a war movie is so troll. Like you're in bed watching a war movie, and sometimes one thing leads to another, right? But the problem is when you're watching a war movie, like, and that sometimes you leave the show on, like whatever is playing, and then it's like bombs will go off, and you just can't do it when you just hear the background ba-doo, ba-doo, ba-doo.
That's what's going through your head.
Well, no, it's what I'm hearing.
Oh, the explosions during like the fighting scene, the bombs are going off, the people are screaming, the guns are going off.
Exactly. And it's like, hey, are you gonna be able to finish when you hear that stuff going off? You know what I mean? There's like
I
shows
don't know what you mean.
Were you listening to me?
I was. I don't know what you mean.
When you are having sex during war movies, you're not, and like you just hear boom.
I thought we were talking about movies.
And, like,
when did we
like,
switch?
Well, I'm saying my memory of that, and then or if it's like The Boys, it's like so bad because people's heads are being blown off.
What? Okay. Well, what? You're having sex to these.
You don't choose to sometimes. Sometimes it's just
Turn off the TV.
Well, yeah, we had to.
I'm so curious. What about those shows or movies are getting you in the mood?
It's like sometimes like right before like anything happens. It's like before action parts happen, It's like the nothing's going on. People are talking and then it evolves into next scene, boom, boom. Like, God, someone out there has to relate, right?
I think we're all watching movies in very different ways.
What?
Yeah, war movies do not get me in the mood. I think I would think it would be disrespectful, to the men and women that serve in the forces to be having sex while you're watching a movie about, their sacrifice.
What the fuck? It's like Saving Private Ryan or something.
You did it to save it?
No.
Oh, no.
No, I don't remember.
That's like sacred. That's like
remember. Wait, one funny one was like we were watching a K-drama, and then it's like a normal K-drama. The next scene cuts to this lady wailing. She's crying, sobbing like hell because her son just died.
And you were doing it at this time.
I would say those are the top 3 memorable ones because I like of being noted like, hey, these are bad ones. Yeah.
Maybe this is like your thing. Like war movies turn you on.
No,
and that's why you seem to be doing it so often while war movies are playing.
Or I'm just fucking bored during a war movie.
Are you the one engaging this, or is it the guy?
I think it's 50-50.
When Yvonne says it's 50-50, that means it's not 50-50.
What do you mean?
I think it would be more 70-30.
Of who, me?
Yeah.
No.
But before we started this podcast, Nate asked, hey, Yvonne, how often are you late? And then she answers like, oh, I'm hit or miss just like toast.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to lump me in with you. My read on the situation is that when you try and split it down the middle, that means it's not actually down the middle.
And you left out something. It's because I brought up Lily first. I was just saying, like, Lily's always on time. Lily's fairly on time.
Yeah, you said something positive about her, and then you said something negative about me when you didn't have to.
I was just talking about us in general. Listen,
No,
listen,
no,
you're
no,
getting
no,
a
no,
little
no, no, no,
defensive
no,
here.
no, no, no,
And
no,
I
no,
brought you in because you're literally in the call with us, okay?
Nah. You're trying to diffuse the brunt of the responsibility by bringing me in there with you. It's like math. Instead of dividing by 1 of the guilt, you divide it by 2 by putting me there with you. You know math. You're Asian, but you
Bro, there
didn't have
was
to
no
do that.
thought behind bringing you in. It was just bringing you in because I was looking at the screen and you were right in front of me too. Nah, you're just trying to pick at something because you're like, we are both 50-50 late. Sometimes it's you, sometimes it's me.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that.
And what are you arguing about?
Why did you do it? It's like
because we're all in a call together.
Is the issue. Like if you and I snuck some cookies from the cookie jar and you got caught, you would say, well, Toast also stole a cookie.
Okay, and what? Did you not?
You're a snitch. They would get you on the streets for that. You wouldn't survive out there, you little snitch.
Are you kidding? I don't snitch. You're the snitch. You snitch on me all the time. I try to do something to get away with stuff, sometimes small things, and you're like, Yvonne, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you fucking... You act like you don't do that, huh?
Well, I don't do it. Well, I do that, but never to deflect from myself. You did it to deflect from yourself.
That's a collective conversation together.
Snitch is for the greater good of mankind.
For the greater good.
I see something wrong that will hurt everyone in the long term, and I speak up. If anything, that makes me a hero.
It makes you delusional. You're fucking delusional.
You selfishly snitch to improve your own standing.
You fucking psychotic.
You're like Aaron Burr, the founding father from Hamilton.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
What are you even saying?
How do we get derailed? Nate, what do we have for today?
You know what? We have absolutely nothing. We have not prepped at all. We haven't prepped at all because
Chelsea's unused topics.
Oh, okay. Let's go through these unused topics. Let's see some interesting topics. Okay, we got a viewer question. I'm ugly. What should I do?
Ooh.
No censor.
This is a real question.
It's very dependent on if you're a guy or a girl. I mean, I can answer for a guy, which is just try and be funny, make more money, get fit. There's only so many things you can do. I'm very sorry that you're ugly, but I think. Well, I need to take a look at him because I don't think most people are ugly. They just have poor hygiene or poor style. But there are some people who are just ugly. And I don't know what to say in those situations. It's like if a guy had a micro penis. Like some guys might have a small penis. You're like, it's the motion of the ocean. It's how you use it. You can use other tools at your disposal, which might work for a guy with a small penis. But if it's a guy with a micro penis, then a lot of your, like the glass is half full statement will probably not work so well.
I think that it's for everyone in some way where you almost have to like not convince someone to like you, but like have traits that would make it so that people could like you. Like what's likable about you. And then work on that. That could go for any, like it's the same thing for people who are attractive. If you're really bland or if you're mean, then you should work on that, right? Regardless even if you're an attractive person. Yeah, I agree with that. I think honestly, haircut or hairstyle and hygiene goes like a really long way, along with like a bit of style. Maybe just like a little bit of style. I think that helps a lot of people, and then just personality also. Because I found people who once I saw how they presented themselves have become way more attractive than I would have never found them attractive in the first place.
I think girls can overlook a guy being ugly. So if you're a guy, your situation is better than if you were a girl because this is just what society I've decreed, but women are more valued for their physical looks by men. So if you're a guy, it's a little easier to like try and overcome your deficit with, confidence, which is hard, right? How can you be confident if you feel like you're ugly? But it's just, if you keep thinking that and you reflect that kind of thinking in the way you talk, the way you stand, the way you interact with others, then people will not find you to be a confident person and will be less likely to find you attractive, because confidence is a very attractive trait to women. Not all women require their partners to be confident, but a significant portion of it. And confidence doesn't mean like being cocky, being loud. It's being like assured of who you are. It's being like what you want, and you know how to present yourself. So if you're an ugly guy, you can date it. Like, I wouldn't call myself an attractive, handsome, beautiful man, but I work on that by, working on my humor, working on my career, and going to the gym, learning how to dress. It's like your ugly, your face is like, you can't really control it in terms of the bone structure, right? But you can work on skincare, like clear, beautiful skin. You can work on like reducing your body fat so your features are better. You can work on your haircut. Like, just focus on the things you actually have control over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think and I think another thing is, if you feel like you're constantly thinking about how ugly you are, it might be time to change your environment. It might be time to go to a new place where you feel appreciated for the version of you that you are. Like, if you're in LA going to a bunch of influencer parties,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to always feel, it's never going to be right. So go to a place where it feels better, especially if it's like really messing with your confidence.
Yeah, I think I experienced this in the earlier years. Sometimes you grow out of it, you like mature or you care less. I would say there was like 2021 or something, 2020 and 2021. I was like deeply insecure. It was bad. And it was a lot of it was myself and environment, everything combined. It was like we were in the influencer space. There was a bunch of us girls and people, we were all posting pictures on Twitter during that time and all these things. You're getting like a lot of what feels like external validation. And I like unironically thought and literally had this like deep belief that I was the ugliest out of all the girls. And I told Toast this, I think, before too, like, or someone, I can't remember. It was one of it was during something, and then they were just like, "That's not true," and I was just like, well, I quickly like put that back because I'm like, "You're my friend, you're just gonna say that," But it was like no one could convince me otherwise. It didn't matter what someone said; it was just like how I saw myself.
I don't think you actually told me this. I think it was someone else. I feel like if you told me this, I'd be like, "Hey, hell yeah, you are the ugliest."
You asshole! You know what's crazy? Is it was you. It
Was it
was
me?
you. Yeah, it was you.
And what did I say? I said that's not
You
true.
said I don't. Yeah, you said that's not true. But you were nicer to me back then, you
Oh
jerk.
man, that guy was an idiot. Don't listen to him. Huh.
Yeah.
I mean,
Obviously, I don't. Yeah.
I can see why that is, not because I don't.
He's like, I
For the
can see
record,
why.
I do not think Yvonne is ugly, nor is she the ugliest of our friend group. If anyone, it's
What?
But I can understand it because like 2020, 2021, that's like COVID. That's like where a lot of people were popping off. And that's where I think a lot of attention was paid to, the friend group, the girls in the friend group. And yeah, I wonder how that affects the women in their space. Like, if you see a lot of praise, it's like, oh, she's so hot, she's so beautiful, being heaped like upon your friends, or
Mm-hmm.
you're not getting as much of that. Like, I guess my question is like, what was going on that made you feel that way?
I think it's like the way I portrayed myself too. I don't really I think everything fed into each other. Like I wasn't confident in my looks, my body, like and that made it so I also would never take I didn't really take more provocative photos or anything like that either. They're very like I would say more innocent, and I think it's just other people sometimes have that confidence, or they post I think like, oh my god, that's such a like good photo. They look really good in that. And naturally other people did as well, and then they would, not in a good way, this is not in a good way, but they would comment or um sexualize them and stuff like that. But for me it's like you know what I mean? But like that's not, it's not supposed to be a good thing. But you know, like when you're reading the comments and stuff and you're just like, well, no one thinks that way about me.
It's
But
real.
yeah, it's just like passing, it's just like thoughts, you know? But over time I've become like much more sure of myself. I tried working on myself in a lot of ways, and I've like grown to really like myself in terms of like, I lost some weight. I like changed my hair a little bit, or I did XYZ, and I also just cared less about everything else. And the world also changed a bit. But back then it was a lot because it felt like more of a bubble. But now it feels like it's not as much of a bubble, and you can like kind of pave your own way a bit more.
Yeah, back then it was like everything was about streaming, everything. Like we were all so tightly wound with each other, and you see other people experiencing the world in a very different way from what you're experiencing. I definitely get what you mean by like, okay, these guys are saying really gross things, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't want them to say it to me. But why are they saying it about? It's like those guys at construction yards that whistle when a girl walks by, and then whistle like your friends are walking by, and then you walk by, and like only one person whistle. You're like, what? What was it? That didn't feel like a lot of
Well, you guys
whistles.
whistled over there. Why was there no whistle over here, huh?
Yeah. But I think, yeah, it's different for every girl. I think when you're known as like the gremlin or like the homie type, like, and people say that about you over and over again, it's like an identity, but at the same time, it's like, well, I can like, I'm not just that, right? I felt it. I think same as you during COVID. I remember talking to my manager agent about it, and like, hey, I wish I could be a little more attractive because I'm a
Mm-hmm.
front-facing content creator. And he said, "I'll tell us, you're the funny, smart guy. You don't have to be attractive. You're already great." And I think he was
Oh
trying to gas me
God.
up, but when I heard him, I'm like, oh, I guess like that's my thing. Like I'm that's my niche. I just have to be smart and funny.
Yeah, that was almost like he didn't mean to say it that way, but the person hearing it is definitely gonna be like, oh, well, guess I
Yeah,
don't not it's not for my looks.
yeah. This space messes with you, and I will say, Yvonne, you did lose a ton of weight. Is
Mm-hmm.
that okay to say to a woman if they lose weight?
I don't know, because I still have people saying it to me. They'll just be like, "Hey, you look like you lost weight recently," and sometimes I'll just be like, "Thanks." Like I'll have friends say it to me, and then like I don't. It's not always like 100%. Oh my god, thank you. Like love the hearing that, because that means that the before was I had weight. Um, but I try not to like take it that way, you know. I just be like, oh, thanks. I think it's maybe if it's really drastic. I think the less drastic it is, you think about, really? Was I that? But if it's very drastic, you'd be like, oh, thank you. Like it's a lot of things to take credit for. But I could be wrong. But that's just how I personally feel about it.
Do you get comments about your physical appearance like that?
Every now and then, especially if I lock in during a gym session, there's a strong correlation between when I lock in and when I go through a breakup. I do get comments about it. I think 6 years ago, I was rounder. Moving to LA made me fat. Like, before LA, I was skinny. First 5 years I was in LA, I just got progressively fatter because everyone at the OTV house are very generous when they order food. So you're eating tacos, you're eating chicken nuggets, you're eating Korean soon tofu, all in one day because someone's buying. And eventually I got rounder and rounder. And I tell the story a lot. Lily Pichu compared my cheeks to Woody from Toy Story with how round they were. But that wasn't what made me want to lose weight. It was just like during the COVID boom. It's kind of like, oh, do I just want to be the funny guy or the smart guy? It's like, oh wow, I also want to be the physically not attractive but healthy guy as well, to set a good example both for myself and for my audience. So there's been moments where I go on like a weight losing spree and people will point it out. I do feel complimented because there's been, I think, a period of time where I was making a lot of effort into my appearance, and I would have people coming in my chat saying like, oh, Toast got plastic surgery, like Toast got liposuction, and those help me feel good because like, oh, I'm making good progress for them to think that. Yeah, that's when I would get comments, is when they see a big change. Like they need to not see me for a year and then they see me and then they see the big change. Because I think if you see me every day, the changes are pretty gradual. Like same with Yvonne. Like I see Yvonne like almost every day, almost every week. So I don't actively notice that she's improving her appearance day by day. But if you show me a picture of her like
Before and after.
6-7 years ago and a picture now, it's like, oh wow, this is really different. Like the hair is better, the style is better, physically everything's better as well. But I think if you just ask me casually, it's like, oh, do you know there's anything different with Yvonne? I'd be like, nah, she looks the exact same to me, because it's very gradual.
There's things that I am thankful about being in this space for. I think that if I wasn't in this space, I would care less about my appearance, resulting in me actually being unhealthier potentially. Like if I were back home in Calgary still, I think because I'm not forward filming or doing camera stuff a lot, I probably wouldn't care a lot about my appearance and naturally not care a lot about my weight. And the thing I like about it now is although it's not like to me, it's not a very unhealthy way of watching what I eat. I don't exactly count calories in that way. I try my best to have like a healthier mindset where some days I can eat a bit more, or like when I go out with friends, I could eat a bit more. And then I like balance it throughout the week by having some healthier meals. So I think it's like on a day to day has made my lifestyle a lot healthier. And I appreciate that. I just don't ever want to get to the unhealthy part of being in the industry where you don't eat and you starve yourself and all that. I don't think that's healthy at all. Or like I literally had a clinic when I was getting my facial done offer me Ozempic. And I was like, wow, this is like such a LA thing. But I try to do it in the most like mentally and physically healthy way. And so in some ways thankful to be in the industry for that, to check myself.
They offer you Ozempic just like that?
She's like, I could write you a prescription. And I was like,
have you thought about it?
No, I don't think so. I think I read up basically because I was trying to just find out more about it. Like, how does this drug make people lose so much weight? And it's through it just kills your appetite severely. And to me, that's never like a good way of losing weight because I think you just gain it back because I think the longest way to have like a sustainable or like a way to like sustain your weight loss is if you develop healthy habits. And if you were to just take this shortcut of a drug, I'm sure there are people who took the drug and they were able to maintain it, but I think on the average it's difficult to unless you change your lifestyle. And so I was like, okay, just fix on your lifestyle. If I just like worked out a bit more, if I just ate healthier, I would naturally lose weight. I wouldn't go from like, I wouldn't lose like 30 pounds, but I could lose like 5, I could lose 10, and that still makes a difference. At least for someone like me with my frame and my size, like that makes a big difference because I'm so small that like whenever I gain weight is very noticeable and whenever I lose weight it's very noticeable. It fluctuates so much. You can see it very much in my face and everything.
I think about taking steroids all the time.
Does that help you lose weight?
Steroids?
Yeah.
No, give me muscles.
Oh.
But there's so much side effects that come with it. And the fact that you need to get a needle injection like pretty much every day keeps me from doing it.
Do you have a dream physique?
The one I want to attain is that skinny, lean, like more Asian K-pop body, not a Thor from Marvel body. Because I like being somewhat thin, but I'm just really bad at being super consistent with the gym. And also, you know, in fitness, there's this concept called bulking and cutting, where you have to eat a lot to gain a lot of muscle. And then you have to like lose all the fat by going on a diet after. And that's a lot because like if I eat a lot and I gain a lot of muscle and fat, I think I'd be so depressed with the way I look that I give up on the fitness and I just stay there. And so I kind of do this in the middle of the line where I'm eating a normal amount and exercising a normal amount, but the progress is much slower.
Yeah, because what if you like don't go the same method as everyone else in terms of that? Like, because everyone's body is different, would you still be able to achieve it just without having to necessarily bulk that much?
Yeah, probably. I think if I was just consistent in the gym for 1 year straight, I would be very happy with how I look. But I'm very human in that regard. I'm just a human. You know, I make mistakes. I'm just a human being. That's why a lot of people say when they get canceled, at the end of the day, we're just all human. That's my favorite line. I'm just a human. It's so hard. I don't think I've ever gone to the gym consistently past 2 months. It's always like 2 months of mega consistency and then 6 months of nothing and then 2 months of consistency. And I think to myself, man, what if it was just like 12 months in a row?
It's just so easy to get burnt out, I feel. Like I feel that way about like anything that I do, not like streaming, could be vlogging, something so small. It's like it'll always be like this rush of like, I just want to do it. And then you get excited and then you do it a lot and then you get burnt out and then you don't do it the rest of like however long. And it's just over.
What okay, so let's say you end up with this dream physique. Are you gonna like post? What do you do with it? Do you post a thirst trap? Like, do you ever post thirst traps?
No. I think if I had my dream physique, I would. And I would pivot into OnlyFans.
Yeah. Yvonne, would you subscribe?
Oh, hell no.
Support a friend?
Oh, support a friend. He will have supporters. There's going to be people out there.
Well, I think if I had my dream physique and I had a process to get there and a discipline, I would pivot into one of those health lifestyle content creators. Because a lot of people will look at me and go like, wow, you used to be such a nerd. I think one of the cool things about being a streamer is you can literally see them every single day as they go through life. Like you can find videos of me 10 years ago, 9 years ago, 8 years ago, and like the different hairstyles, the different fitness level, the different friends, the different games. And if I can attain my dream physique, people get like, if this nerd can do it, like this guy was a twig 10 years ago and he was chubby 6 years ago. And look at him now. And he was able to do it. I'm gonna follow this guy because he knows something we don't. Like if The Rock, told you, hey, I got here from the same starting point you did, and it might be true, but he is just so far above the realm of human relatability. And when he says that, it's like, oh man, you're The Rock. Of course you can do it. But if I can do it, I think a lot of people see it and go like, if he can do it, I can do it. Now I just actually have to do it, but it's hard. But that's what I would do. I wouldn't do thirst traps or anything. I think I would just pivot my content a little bit.
I like that. I think, I mean, that it really is, that's an actual market there. Like, I don't think that any fitness influencers like have so much content of the before. So, that idea, I think is really I think it's really powerful. It's like the almost the more you get to know them before, then you can like really relate to the transformation.
Yeah, and especially as my audience ages up. Like if I'm not making content for new audience, like young kids, which I'm not, then I need to be making content that kind of relates with my audience as they are growing up as well. Like they're experiencing the same thing I do. Like if I'm still making the same content I was 6 years ago, it wouldn't really work because my audience now probably have the same concerns I have, which is like marriage, kids, job, like wanting to go camping, go rock. I need to start making pickleball content, not League of Legends content, because the millennials, they're playing pickleball. If I did a pickleball video, everyone's like, "Oh, I know Toast." Like if I went to a Asian American gathering of pickleball players, I'm gonna be the most popular guy there. But if I went to, I don't know, a TikTok convention, not a lot of people are gonna know me. You gotta make content for your audience, and that's gonna be pickleball
and run club.
Yeah, but you don't. I would never catch you there.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't do either of those things.
Like I go to pickleball. I go to so many things. I go to like card conventions. I go to pickleball, and everyone will always ask me, "Does anyone else from OTV like do any of this?" And I'm always just like, "No, I wish like I just had somebody to come with me."
Are they asking you like out of curiosity, or are they saying like, "Hey, is anyone else from OTV here?"
I'm sure it's both.
Have people ask you, "Oh, where's Toast?"
Yeah.
How does that make you feel when people ask that?
Well, it's pretty normal, I would say. Like we're all together all the time. We have a podcast
for
together.
Me more than the other members of OTV?
Yes, when they ask me. But usually they bring up Scara a lot too. They're like, oh, because it's like, if it's card related especially, they'll be like, oh yeah, so I met Scara the other day at the card convention and blah, blah, blah.
Does these interactions make you feel like you're just a supporting character in my world?
No. You like that idea, don't you? Are you disappointed by my answer? You wanted me to say yes. I do feel like a supporting character.
I'm just trying to make sure we get ahead of any brewing resentment that you have for me from people asking you where I am. I told
you I don't have resentment towards you.
I feel like if people keep coming up to you at these events and asking about where I am, that you would feel like, hey, I'm not just Toast's sidekick. And you would project that negative energy onto me, even though I have nothing to do with it.
No, someone was like, I watched your podcast though, the episode with that guy, you guys talking about that guy. And I was just like, oh God, 2 people brought that up to me.
Which guy?
Wait, who's the guy?
Like,
they talk about it?
Yeah.
They say it to your face?
Yeah, I was surprised too. I was like, damn, you guys like are not afraid to bring it up in front of me. Yeah.
I had this kid, 14 years, can't be older than 14 years old at the airport, walk up to me and say, Hey, Toast, I'm a big fan. What do you think's gonna happen to the future of offline TV? And I'm like, I'm here to get my bag from the cameras. Like, he is, I kid you not, 12 years old. And I'm thinking, like, you're a little young for our demographic. And that is such like a strong question.
Was he talking about Saikuno or
No,
just in general?
this
Oh,
was just in general.
Oh, in general. Wow, what a
Yeah.
deep question.
It's a deep question. It's like, oh, like, do you notice something wrong with the OTV and that's why you're asking?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the people's question. Is there an answer? Did you answer his question?
I just said I'm pretty hands off with OTV these days. It's a good question. Right now, because I'm dealing with stuff in Canada, I'm kind of hands off. I think I've actually, I would say, taken the biggest step back out of everyone from OTV right now. It's definitely hard to juggle everything. I think for me, it's mostly a bandwidth issue. Like, oh, I got look after my org, I gotta look after my friends or girlfriend or family. Like the last thing I can do is like take on the responsibilities of offline TV. Not that I was ever like responsible, but when I was really active in OTV, it felt like a lot of important decision will end up on my lap. And oftentimes, if I wish there was like a group decision, right? But to be fair, I kind of brought that upon myself because I kind of will definitely be one of the stronger proponents. Like if there are options and I think one is correct, I would push it pretty hard. Whereas I would say the rest of the members of OTV wouldn't push it as hard because like John Jody said, doesn't know what's really going on in terms of like the greater scheme of things, right? And I would say Lily, Yvonne, Scara are more go with the flow, like they're just happy to be here. And I would say the person that really challenges me the most on things would be Pokey in terms of like not challenge me for the sake of challenging, but it's like, well, what if we think about like this? What about this option? Because there's a lot of benefit to this option and a lot of cons to that option. So once she left, it very much felt like, okay, Toast, whatever you say goes, which was a lot to deal with. So I ended up just like, hey, I can't deal with this. I'm out. But I still have high hopes for OTV, future talent and all that good jazz.
Mm-hmm. I think like people, I don't know. I almost feel like sometimes, and maybe we should worry about it a bit more. I don't know. Sometimes it feels like other people worry about OTV more than we worry about OTV because when everyone moved to Washington, a lot of people, or like a couple of people moved to Washington. Some people were like, "Oh my God, is this the end? Like, what's happening?" Like, and I was like, "No, I feel like we just see how things go. Like everyone see if people are happier." And see if we could juggle like the back and forth, and things have been honestly quite good with that. So I don't know.
Toast, you're right. Yvonne is just kind of go with the flow.
She is go.
You're holding it together, and she's just whatever, just going with the flow.
I think Yvonne just has a really good understanding. Like she doesn't. I think she's right. Like you don't really have to worry about it, right? Like you can worry about it, but worrying about it often doesn't help unless you have something actionable. I think sometimes we find ourselves just worrying about it too much. It's like, oh God, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to try this. And that ends up just leading to stress, but no actionable things being done.
You kind of need both.
But yeah.
It's kind of like some things you really don't know until you try it out, and then you see how things are, and then you could adjust again. And then sometimes you do need the foresight to see what problems could come up and then prep for those too.
I could see why for other people it's like, I mean, this is just as like an outside intuition on it, but I could imagine like OTV represents something stable in their life, something they can kind of rely on, something that's kind of always going to be there, and seeing friends that are there for each other it's like maybe their own wives are going through a lot of changes, and I think that's true for everyone. But I think like in those cases we go to things that we hope are stable, you know. But your guys' wives are changing too. You guys are growing. You guys are things happen, and that's just part of all of it.
Yeah, I think we just find value in OTV beyond just being OTV, almost, if that makes sense. Because we like each other, we like to sometimes like hang out with each other. But there's a reason I would say we are one of like the longer standing orgs.
Yeah, we are consistent in being around. I will say, like that. I think that's the best thing about offline TV, because a lot of orgs have come and gone in the 10 years that OTV's been around. Because streamers are fickle. Streamers are notoriously difficult to work with. And when you have that much streamers in a group and an org, everyone sometimes wants different things. And inevitably, it will just blow up almost always. And a lot of orgs will have like high highs, right? There's been, I would say, the last 3 years, so many orgs that are, you know, bigger than OTV, but something would inevitably happen where like it's a dispute, it's a disagreement, or is this just like something going on? Like even non-content orgs, like something like VShojo, which is a VTuber agency where all the VTubers are one-to-one group, will still blow up because something happens, right? And for OTV, it's no different. Like a lot of things happen, a lot of like big fights, a lot of big disagreements, changes like people moving to Seattle. And we will always still show up. And I think that's one of the great things about offline TV. I think Sidemen from the UK does it the best because they have like really big members and they always still show up as well. I think they are what a lot of orgs aspire to be. And I hope OTV can get there one day. It's hard as a streamer group because you're just constantly busy compared to a YouTube group where, we just need to film this video 3 hours this week. It's more doable than like, okay, we need to do that. Plus everyone needs to stream. And you know, as for aging up, you know, the UK is quite small, but the USA is quite big. And, you know, it's hard to link up in that way.
Like potentially, yeah, you kind of mentioned new talent. What is that you like see in someone, or what is it that you're looking for in someone? And like, can you tell when you think a streamer has a lot of potential? Like, what is it that you see?
100%. You definitely see signs, and it's not always correct. Like sometimes you think someone's gonna blow up, and then they don't. But sometimes you think, oh, I think this person has potential, and then they do. I don't know. It's a vibe. I don't know how to describe it. People say it's the X factor. It's like you either have it or you don't. But it's kind of like a passion for it. It's an understanding. It's a hunger. Like you really want to be a streamer, like, and you aren't afraid to go after it. A lot of gaming streamers will always start off their career by saying stuff like, "Oh, you know, this is just going to be a chill spot. I'm a chill streamer. Come check it out if you want to hang out." Like very nonchalant about it.
Mm-hmm.
But the streamers that stand out are the people that have something to offer. The biggest question is like, do you have something to offer? Like, what are you doing different? Chill vibes as a streamer is kind of like being described as nice for a guy. It's like, oh, that's your description. Like, that's not good enough. Right now, the meta is how, not insane, but how willing you are to clip farm, like be cringe or create big moments. Which is why a lot of the stuff you see about streamers in media and news right now are sometimes mostly negative because it's people trying to like elicit a strong reaction, and that is normally harassing someone, getting someone to, you know, blow up, get angry so that you can film it. But you can tell when someone has it.
There's like a couple pieces of advice I've heard. I've heard Reese Witherspoon talk about how she interviewed someone once or had someone ask her like, what do you look for in somebody? And then she was saying that you just have to find like your highest chance of success is that you don't do necessarily something that you love, but something that you're good at. Like you find your strength and then you keep trying towards that direction because that's something that, yeah, something that you're skilled at and good at could get you very far. And then there's people who would say, like, you know, find what makes you unique because that could also get you very far. It's more so like being able to pinpoint which one of that it is for you and which one will be able to like help you succeed the most. I think it's also like a luxury that bigger content creators and streamers have to do. Like, I feel like bigger content creators and streamers who have developed their platform can be like, oh yeah, it's comfy cozy here, and then people will like because they're exposed to them more, have been exposed to them more, and also can afford to like have those days. But if you're a new content creator starting out, it's very hard because people should have a reason to watch you, be interested.
Do you guys have any other thoughts? I think we should probably wrap up the this side of the podcast.
Is there like a viewer question? That's usually how we wrap things up.
Yeah.
We can do our one viewer question of the episode for the end.
Mm-hmm.
How do you have? Okay, do I usually say the name of the?
Yeah,
viewer?
say the name. Make them feel like they're getting their values for it. It's to prove that we actually pick real people.
Okay. How do I pronounce this? D-Ray _ John. How do you have a friendship with an ex-girlfriend or love interest?
It depends on a couple things, I feel. Yeah, I feel like it depends on maturity, how long it's been, like how maybe in love you guys were, all these things. What's your situation? You know? Did they say? Or no, they
no. It's just that's all we got.
These questions are always so like there's no right answer. Because you can ask this question on Reddit or Twitter, and half the people will be like, actually, it's impossible for exes to be friends. And the other half is like, oh, actually, I'm friends with my ex, so you're wrong. And it just becomes this. There's a lot of factors. Like, if it's a mutual thing, I think it's easier. It's like, oh, you know, we just don't vibe. And you guys are both mature about it. And you guys can, like, shake on and dab each other up, say, hey, you know, GG's. I think that opens the door to maybe like being friends after a while. But if one of you was in love with the other and the other's like, this isn't working out for me, your addiction to drugs is too much and I'm leaving. Like, you guys can't be friends. It's impossible. Like you gotta give that maybe 2 years minimum before you can even explore that idea. And at the end of the day, it's like, why do you want to be friends with this person? Do you want to be friends with them because you want to keep them in your life for the potential of a romantic reunion down the line? In which case, you just shouldn't be friends. Or you guys genuinely work better as friends. But it's not something you force. It's like, it shouldn't even be on your radar. Like when you break up, it's like, okay, we should still stay friends, right? Like we want to play games. Like just get your space and then revisit that, you know, once you're both ready. Because if one person still has feeling, then it's gonna be uncomfortable. Like, do you want to be friends for the right reason?
I think it's one of those, like, you give it like one thing at a time. You guys broke up. Give each other your space, see how you feel in a year or two, and then you can always reconnect or judge again by then. Like, you don't have to do it right away. You don't have to know right away either.
Yeah, you both have to genuinely want to be friends with each other. I think for guys, maybe for girls, like, they conflate the two. It's like, oh, if we're still friends, I always have a chance. Like, if a girl puts you in the friend zone, it's like, we should just be friends. Some guys will be like, yeah, I'm okay with that. We can still just be friends when they don't want that.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to be in the friend zone, but you think you would lose your chance if you don't set your boundaries. Like, I have friends. I don't need another friend. I'm not interested in you because, oh, I get to add another friend to my friend roster. I'm interested in you because I want to date you. I don't want to be friends with you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really important that you realize the difference and make that delineation. don't be friends. Don't force it. Take the time, and then let it happen naturally.
One last question. Toast, you got these like 3 clumps of hair sticking out of your head. In these scenarios, do you prefer someone says something, or do you just like to go with the flow on that?
I go with the flow. I think because I was playing League of Legends until 4 a.m.
Dude, what's with you in League? You've been grinding so much.
I'm trying to get a higher rank than you, Yvonne, so that you will finally listen to me. And you can't even say anything.
Then you're gonna have to get Masters.
Oh.
I would say if I hit Diamond, okay, Yvonne. You bring out the ancient scriptures it's like a guy saying, yeah, I was the quarterback in high school, right?
Well, it was harder.
Settle down, little bro. This is 2026. Things are different now. I don't think you can even hit Emerald 1 in this year.
Bro, what? This is great because
it's
actually
put a bet on it?
It's actually easy. That I can't hit Emerald 1, I'm Emerald 2 right now.
Yeah, I don't think... Okay, do you want to race to Master?
Yeah. You can, but I don't even think I can get Masters anymore. I genuinely do not. I also think my role is more difficult than your role to do it.
Ooh.
Observe Yvonne coming up with 10 different reasons why she will lose to me before even taking on the challenge.
Well, I even said myself I'm not even gonna get Masters. There's no way. I'm like too washed for that.
Okay, how about this? Do you think we can compete for a higher rank then? Like, who can get a higher rank?
Like, I think I always told you that if you spammed games, you could get it.
Oh, no, I don't care about that. I care about being better than you and telling you what to do.
Well, maybe if you learn more macro, then yeah. I don't think you know the macro as much yet. But once you learned that, then yeah, you would already be that like better, equal or better.
What? If I get a higher rank than you, Yvonne, does that not mean I'm better than you?
Well, then that's what I said. That's why I said get Masters. It's actually easier now to get Masters than it was when I got Masters.
I'm talking about now, Yvonne.
Yeah, that's what I said. Then you can get Masters.
No. Like you and I race to have a higher rank than each other now.
Yeah, we could do that. I just don't want to spam my life in League anymore. But if you want to do it for the sake of doing it, then I could do it. But
you could do it?
Yeah.
You could do it?
I could try. You want me to do it?
Are you down for this challenge?
All right, but I feel like you're in a League grind more than I'm in a League grind right now.
But if you're a better player, it doesn't matter, right?
It kind of does.
I'm trying to prove once and for all between the two of us who's better at League of Legends.
Yeah, that's why I said if you want to prove that, then you can get Masters.
I'm talking about Yvonne. Are you big? You're rage baiting me. You're being.
I'm not. I say that because I don't want to put in the same amount of time that I did before.
Just say no. It's like I'm asking you to race a 100-meter sprint, and you're like, I sprinted 100 meters in 10 seconds.
It's because it sounds like you really want this to happen, but I no longer play League like that. So how can I even compete in the same way? My spirit is not there.
You don't want like I want to race, but you're like, oh, I'm out of practice. I don't have the time to put in to train to sprint.
Yeah, but I would do it if you really want to do it. I'll do like my best, but I know you're gonna be like, well, guess what? This is blah blah. I'm like, okay, like I don't know.
If you do your best, and I win, is it gonna be like, well, it's because you had more time? Well, it was because you did this. It was you.
Well, if I had to be honest, it wouldn't be my best. Because my best was when I used to VOD review. I would like literally play all the time. I would grind ranked off stream. Like the way I took it seriously back then is so different, and I just know I would not take it the same.
So you wouldn't. Okay. So the answer is a no.
I can do it for fun. But I feel like if I lose, you're gonna hold it over my head forever. Which is why Yeah,
Not
but
the point.
I understand that, but you're making me not even be able to do it, like, even, like, do it, like, for fun. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like, I feel like with you, I almost have to go, like, sweat hard like, to try to, like, beat you. But when I don't have that heart to do that any longer, because I've done it before. Which is why my thing was like, okay, just like just get the same rank and it'll be like equivalent. Then I don't have to do anything.
So you don't want to do it, is what you're saying.
I want to do it like half-heartedly.
There's no stakes there.
Yeah, there's no stakes because it's kind of,
Well, it could be. It motivates you and you could be better. That's good for yourself, isn't it? Like,
it's like you're,
you see it more as like you have to prove this, but like, cause I see it in the way you're updating me. You're like sending me like, I got this, years of your mental abuse. If I remember correctly, you've abused me. I would be like non-verbal in my lane chilling and you have something to say to me. And I'm like, bro, you're fighting with me. I'm not even fighting with you. And then over the years, if anything, I got more like, hey, stop that.
I would say I want to have, a race.
Okay.
And I don't think it's worth it for me to do it, for us to do it, if we're not both trying our best. I think that's fine. Like, I'm not forcing you to race with me, or.
I mean, maybe I can see if I can get into it again. Maybe I just play a couple games and see how I feel.
Yeah. Like this is the only fun we both want to do. Like this is us agreeing to a boxing match. I'm not gonna have a boxing match with you if you don't like train or you have no practice, and then I win. It's kind of like, well. I
just see it so differently. Right? I think for you want it to be like a 1v1, but I'm more excited if we can just duo together. Like that to me is more of like I would get better so we could rank up together, not like rank up against each other. Like to me, that is more fun
than me grinding the narrative.
Screw you.
It doesn't fit the narrative because half of our, like, not even half, like 80% of our fights is us arguing what's the right thing to do in a League of Legends game.
Yeah, and most of the time you're wrong because you don't understand the macro.
That's the thing, though. Like,
but if you understood the macro, then we would be the same.
I completely accept that, and I need to like put this on the line. Because when you say, "Oh, you don't understand the macros," like, okay, but can we like put it to the test then?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, just play. Like, if you could just be good, you could like, or you are, just do it.
Yeah. No, I feel like I don't need your validation.
Okay,
but this is a challenge that you and I can do. But it sounds like you're not comfortable with it because you don't have the bandwidth for it.
It's more like I don't the thought of solo queuing so much is really not enticing to me.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, but because I like ranking with friends. Like I like it now with friends. How I enjoy it now. Like I've tried. There was a phase maybe like a couple months ago where I was playing ranked a bit more, but I just like didn't like it after like a month. Yeah,
I think there's nothing wrong with being someone who likes to play League of Legends in like a group setting because it's a very soul-sucking game. That's how I feel about Valorant. I don't like playing that solo. I only like playing that in a group setting.
But now you're a fucking demon and you like solo queuing all the time.
Yeah, I would say I like improving, and like after every game, it's like, oh, I really screwed up there. I could have done better here. I think you don't get that as much in a group setting, especially if we're playing with someone like Skara, who will just like, I can make 20 mistakes and it doesn't matter, right? And this is an environment where I can feel like I'm improving.
Yeah, you just did it like 10 years later than me, but like you have the passion for it. I'm like the burnt out flame. But I can do it for the plot. It's more you get out of it more than I do because I know if I like don't put my ass to it, then you're gonna be like, well, I'm better than you. I got it.
If I get a higher rank than you, would that mean I am better than you?
You aren't gonna convince me. I think I would look at it. I would judge just how I see you play, because it is easier to get masters. But if I hear you and you're saying the right things, you're making the calls, then be like, okay, nice. You know what I mean? But if you get masters and you're saying things that like don't make sense, then I would just be like, something's not right here. But
here's the thing,
like,
Yvonne. I don't think you would ever accept that I'm better than you.
No, I can. If you grind your butt off and you're playing a lot, you literally would be the same. You would
it's like, if I hear the things you say, then I can know you're better than me. It doesn't. It's kind of like by your metric instead of a objective metric.
It'd be both. Because there are some people who I'm like, how did you get here? It's because, okay, think about this. There are people who one trick their way to like, they're like a Singe one trick, or they're like a Garen one trick. And then when you ask them how to play the game, they don't really know sometimes. They're just like doing their thing all the time. You're not going to be like that. But it's like, that's why I say that, but I have a feeling if you're going to be able to get it anyway, it would be fine.
Yvonne's really enjoying this.
You should know by then, right? And you own a team. You listen to the comms, right? So naturally, I feel like you would pick up on everything to do.
Here's what I think. Here's the thing.
Oh no.
Yvonne, you're really enjoying this. You get to like be in this kind of position of like, authority, kind of critiquing these things that Toast is doing, telling him like, oh, you got to improve this, kind of.
Is it? I feel like I'm telling him he can do it.
Yeah. But it's a nice feeling because in the past you were really good, but you don't want to risk it today.
Well, I said I'm washed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I literally said like I can't like.
So you can't. You don't like. You don't have the balance, so we can't do it.
What I'm saying. Okay. You're making it sound like it's
like you can do it if you really want.
You're making it sound like it's me, but like the reason why I don't want to do it is because of you. It's because you would hold it over my head forever. If you didn't do that, then I would do it for fun.
The reason, then we don't have to do it. Like if you think, oh, if he's actually better and he's gonna like bring it up every time we talk, and that's gonna be insufferable, I think that's a completely valid reason to not want to do it. And it's okay for you to say that.
I did. That's what I said.
Are you serious, Yvonne? You said about 90 different things.
No, oh my god, we literally have a VOD. I said that I don't want to do it because I feel like I would have to full send, or else you would hold it over my head forever if I don't do that. I said it multiple times, actually. I said you did
mention that. You also said about 10 other reasons why you can't do it. And
I just said it's not my thing anymore.
Yeah, you said that too. So like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, what is the reason you don't want to do it? Because you're saying a lot.
I feel like I keep telling you, and you keep saying that I keep saying things, but I've been telling you.
Maybe we just have different perspective on this.
But then you said you understand.
Yeah,
you repeated back to me, and I was like,
no,
yeah.
It's like you said you don't want to do it. It's like, but you said I can do it if you really want me to.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be like. It's hard for me to gauge how much I'm in it because like I've been so jaded by it that like I don't know how much I can like grind solo queue. Like my desire to get better is like I've been so lazy, which is why I've been watching. Like I haven't kept up with like my micro. I don't like hit like VOD review. I don't do any like. If I want to get better, even for myself, I would have done that. And it feels like I would be doing it more for you than for me.
Okay. Sorry.
But that's
if that came off like aggressive or trying to like misinterpret your argument, I did not mean that.
Yeah.
I think I was looking for like Like, if there was something that's making you uncomfortable that I can change to make it happen, I would wanna do that. So when I'm repeating the argument to you, it's me making sure it's like, "Oh, is this the issue? Because if that's the issue, then we can adjust for it."
Yeah, I told you
Um
the issue, but you said that's the point of it. I told you the issue would be that you would hold it over my head forever. But like I don't want that. That's why I like it more if we rank together than if it were 1v1 because I think like it's just I don't like 1v1ing you. I don't
Got
even ever like being saying like I'm better than you. I don't think I've ever like my only thing that it's like is because when we argue, it upsets me that you talk down on me when I was better when I am better than you. But if you never did that, I would never hold it over you that I was better than you. Does that make sense? Because I
it.
think it's a matter of like if you played, you would just be same or better. You know what I mean? Than me.
Mhm.
Which is like, and so I never am like, I'm better than you should listen to me. I only am ever upset is if you talk down on me, especially when we're streaming with other people there, that it makes me feel bad and me discredited as being like a good player.
Got it. I think that is 100% valid and fine to, like, have a problem with. Like, it's not really a matter of who's better until, like, I'm bringing up, like, what is right and wrong, and you feel like you have to
Defend myself
defend
almost.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise, like, I don't care because I think anybody can make bad plays in a game. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm better. I could grief and, like, into play the same and we can lose the game. And you
Mhm.
could also you could be like a gold player, but you make the right call and it's like, it doesn't take away from that being the right call just because you're worse, quote unquote, rank wise. So that's why I
Yeah.
never like to bring up rank in that way, but you push my buttons and you're just like, I'm like, well, I don't
I think it's
even.
totally fine for you to say, "Hey, I don't like that kind of, like, comparison," because I think I do have other friends who are similar, where they don't like the direct comparison in terms of skill level. I would say I'm someone who's, I guess, more competitive. Like, if I was, I don't know, able to hit a higher rank, like, close to masters, I would probably be giving Scar a lot of shit as well. Like, "Oh, Scar, I'm catching up to you. You're like," and
Mm-hmm.
Scar's this professional player, right? I think that's how I see video games, which is very different from how you see video games. Um, so we definitely do not have to do this, like, League of Legends challenge.
Yeah, I said maybe I'll just play solo queue and I see how I feel. I don't really have like a definitive note, but I'll see if I have because sometimes if I play something I could get into it again, but it could also at the same time like what we talked about before where you feel it and then you fall off. So we'll see. I could always try and see.
Yeah, we don't have to race against each other. We can race with each other. I was more just, sorry, confused at, like, the exact reason why you are not super down to have a one-on-one race.
Yeah, it's more so like sometimes it's not even just you. It's like the like viewers or other people who will egg it on and be like, "Yeah, you're bad at this and you're not like," and that's all that. It's like more sometimes it's the outer noise.
Yeah, I think that's 100% fair. I think in the, let's say I did win, for example, I think you would receive a lot of, like, discreditment about, like, maybe your past achievement or just you as a player that I wouldn't be putting that on the line, right? Because it would be, I'm the quote unquote underdog,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't just be me, like, lording it over you. With I'm sure I would have, but it would be a lot of people online saying. And then in the future, if we ever play games against each other, and I make a call, you make a call, someone in chat might go like, "Oh, I can't believe Yvonne is acting this way," right?
Yeah, it's just stuff like that. But like that is always gonna come with it.
Yeah, I think those are super valid reasons, and I'm happy to not, you know, have this challenge because it seems like it would bring more problems than like content.
I think you just grind and you see how you go with it. And then I will just play on the side and see how I feel too. But you just keep doing your thing.
She's going to secretly train. That's what she's saying.
My passion is in Pokemon cards now.
That's serious progress.
It's big progress. So you want to play some League of Legends later after this?
I actually do want to play now that we've been talking about it. But I have a flight at 4.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's the whole thing happening. Yeah, we can get in 2 games.
Okay, yeah, let's play 2 games. But we have to do the Patreon. Wait, this is
we've done the Patreon.
Us doing playing League of Legends,
and it's epic. It will be our first league game after our discovery together.
People on the Patreon's like, bro, I'm paying $5 for this shit. They play League of Legends together every day.
No. And this is a almost 2 hour long pod. We cut some of it for the Patreon.
The entire League Talk segment moves to Patreon.
I'm booting it up right now.
All right, listeners, thank you so much for tuning into We Were Fighting Before This week. I feel like me and Yvonne have made great progress in our relationship with that talk about League of Legends that lasted for 30 minutes. But I think it was very helpful. Big thank you to Nate for filling in for Chelsea these last 3 weeks. Nate, how was your time on this podcast?
It was great. I learned a lot about you guys, and I have a bunch of new observations, and I see growth even in 3 weeks. You know, you guys are like actually getting to know each other, I see it.
We need to bring back Nate for when Chelsea's here.
Look at my new LeBron card. Oh yeah, you want what?
I want a 2v2 episode. What were you gonna show us? Bro, you fucking LARPer. You LARPer. Bro, acting like she's discovering LeBron James in the 20th season of his career. It's like, you guys heard about this LeBron guy?
He's pretty good. Right?
Why are you so LeBron James? Yvonne's the biggest LARPer.
No, I started learning on TikTok. I told people how
LeBron James.
Yeah, I know I'm late. I learned about Wemby the other day. I learned about Wemby.
I mean, Wemby's like 2-3 years. Okay, I think you're right on the Wemby train. I think he's gonna be the future LeBron. So you can say you knew Wemby before he was famous.
Oh my god,
he's pretty famous now.
Perfect.
All right.
I'll explain how I got into it next podcast.
Hey, for those who are subscribed to our Patreon, tune in for our very special League of Legends episode where me and Yvonne play one game of League. Thanks for subscribing.
It's not streamed, so this will be recorded.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be so different from every League of Legends game you've ever seen.
We made a discovery.
All right, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye. You're so good at like yelling with like that voice that it made me think it was a joke this whole time.
I like winning. How you notice in the game where we win, but it wasn't a challenge. That I'm like, oh man, stupid camera. Keep going. Like you haven't noticed like when we win, but it wasn't a challenge. I'm sad. I'm like, oh man.